Hey everybody. So I'm gonna give this a few minutes. If you're first jumping on here, you'll probably only see this on the recorded version because I just jumped on with no intro, no ticker, and I want to give some time to allow some people to get on. I well, I'm still on our mission to South Carolina from New Jersey, so we had to wait until we got to North Carolina because it was about 20 degrees and friggin' 11 degrees with wind chill from Jersey on. So we just got to North Carolina, so we're almost there. You can see the Waffle House in the background. There's no way I'm missing an opportunity as someone who lives in California to eat at the Waffle House, a Southern staple. Everyone who knows the Waffle House loves the Waffle House. So where is it? There it goes. So we'll just give it a minute or so for more people to get on. We got some great updates from Convention Estates in the last 2 days. My apologies for the last stream. It was the first time I ever did it on my phone. So, and I'm using website-based software, so it's not like I'm just streaming directly to any one platform. You should be picking us up on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And if you have not subscribed yet, especially to our Rumble folks, but if you have not subscribed yet, make sure that you're clicking the follow and subscribe. This is there's going to be a lot of action in the next few weeks or even couple of months. As you can see, we've been going live quite frequently, and normally I would have taken the day off or a few days off to go do this trip to South Carolina, but because there's so much action, I got to make an exception and start shooting from the field. So that's what we're doing. When it comes to it, all right, so I can tell you this. We'll give it maybe another minute or two. We got a few more people jumping on. And then I had no ticker today, so I'm just kind of giving everyone the opportunity to jump on. Yesterday, I tried to use a ticker, and it disappeared on my screen, but then still played for you guys, and I was talking over it, and it was a nightmare. So I just skipped it today. I got to get straight to the nuts and bolts of what's going on. But I can tell you this as a teaser, it's good news. It's good news, and I may as well jump into it. I think we're good now. So New Hampshire, I was messaging back and forth with Kenneth Quinn from All Things Article 5, great YouTube channel, does a lot of exposure, shines a lot of sunlight on the John Birch Society and their nonsense that they preach at all of these hearings. But last week he did a great close in New Hampshire, and today went back to testify again, and New Hampshire has passed committee. So another win for Convention Estates. We're stacking them early. And now Wyoming had just yesterday actually passed committee, and then in the same day, Wyoming went ahead and voted first reading in the Senate, and it passed. Today, this morning or early afternoon, they did a second reading in Wyoming, and that also passed. Now, normally I would say that the third readings would be more of a formality. But when we look at what happened in Montana, it passed first and second reading, and then one Democrat politician, I don't know her name. I've been trying to get her name, but she flipped on the last day. So, who strong-armed her, how that went down, I have no idea. Normally, you read through and vote twice, and you're good. But in this case, that was not the case. So Montana was the only loss so far. Everything else has been stacking wins. New Hampshire, Virginia, if you're not aware, they passed through committee. So all of these resolutions for Convention Estates are going to be hitting the floors of these legislatures. And so to put it in perspective, these passed. So the way it works, if you're not familiar, each state legislature can be slightly different, but generally speaking, you will have to pass committee. And the committee can be any one of the committee that they'll decide based on the subject matter what the committee is. But you have to pass through that committee. So a House committee, then it'll go to the House floor. Senate committee, then it'll go to the Senate floor. So these states that we're passing now were not even on my radar coming into this year, and I was excited about this year. So Virginia, I did not even see coming, and they passed committee, and they'll be hearing it in the next few weeks. And Monday, Wyoming will decide. They will have their third reading. So I will let you know on Monday how that goes. I'll jump on. I'm not going to be back to the studio until probably Wednesday, or so probably for Wednesday Night Live. So Wednesday Night Live will be my first time back in there. Until then, I'm going to be jumping on and giving you updates as I hear them. We're all communicating here. We're all talking to each other. I'm messaging back and forth with Mike Arnold from Convention Estates in Massachusetts, Ken Quinn, who's with all things Article 5. I'm giving them stuff. They're giving me stuff. And we're all kind of just keeping ourselves in the loop here. And I'm going to go ahead and keep broadcasting these so that you can stay in the loop. So far, we've passed committee in New Hampshire. We've passed committee and 2 readings in Wyoming. We've passed committee in Virginia. I believe Iowa or Idaho. Actually, both of them should be coming up shortly. I think Meckler was saying he was heading out to Idaho, so I gotta go back and look at that. But get on the channel, follow the channel. Make sure you're subscribed if you're watching on one of the YouTubes or Rumble. If you're on Facebook, make sure you follow. Make sure you're clicking to get all alerts, because it's a separate thing. If you're on YouTube, let's say, and you hit the bell, you've got to actually hit I want all notifications, because they'll give you only a portion, and you'll miss some big moves that happen. This is the hot season. This is when it all goes down. So January, February, March, these are the 3 months of the year that things roll, and we're rolling early this year. So definitely get yourselves up to speed, and I will help you do that. Every time I get new information about a win, or if we have a setback, either way, I will then communicate that to you guys. A lot of these things you can watch on, if you want to watch full debates on the floors of these senates. I think it's fascinating to watch. But if you want to watch that stuff, you absolutely can. So you could do that usually you could do that on Convention Estates Project YouTube website or their Rumble website. Yesterday they had one on Wyoming that was like staged to be live, but it never actually went through. And it might be because they didn't broadcast. There was no broadcast to give for that. So I'm not sure why, but that's why I was saying but it did go through though. They did have the vote, and it did go through in Wyoming. So we're just waiting. Once Wyoming has this third reading, it'll be off to the House for them, and then hopefully if they move as quickly in the House as they have here, then we should be in good shape. So, but I see some of your comments in here, Debbie Thomas. So thanks for the information. Absolutely, Debbie. That's what it's all about, right? We got to keep each other informed. I'm about to jump into this Waffle House now and enjoy a little bit of this wonderful Americana. I love the Waffle House whenever I'm in town. Last time when I was in Georgia with Jack, we ate at the Waffle House probably 3 out of 4 days. And on the road, we found this place, and I was like, this is exactly where we need to stop. This is exactly where my backdrop's going to be. And right now, I'm waiting on a patty melt that I'm going to devour. So just to recap it real quick, we've got New Hampshire. So New Hampshire passed committee today. We've got Wyoming not only passed committee yesterday, but passed the first reading and then passed the second reading today. So the third reading will be on Monday. So I will let you guys know on Monday as soon as I get word of how that vote goes down. I will absolutely jump on and give you that quick hit. And it's going to kind of go down like this for the next 4 to 5 days while I'm on the road. My brother and I are actually traveling to South Carolina to look at some property. We're trying to build a family compound somewhere, and South Carolina is out on deck. So we're going to check it out, see how that goes. Wish us luck. Until next time, folks. Let me see. I don't even know how to get out of this. I've never done this on the phone before, so this is kind of new to me. But that being said, I think what I'm going to do, flip myself around here, make sure I don't have any problems. Yeah, absolutely, Debbie, absolutely. It's when we saw, we were like, where are we going to stop? I got to do this shoot real quick. Where are we going to stop? I saw a sign for Waffle House, and it was on. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get my waffle on. All right, so here we go. I found it. All right, folks. So I will be in touch. Probably Monday will be the next time I jump on. So stay tuned. Make sure you're clicking that follow button. I will see you then. Until then, live free, folks. Bye-bye.